Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my Witcher Beginner's Guide for the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This one's going to focus more on the combat and the fighting styles of Geralt of Rivia here. But before I get into that, can we just take a moment to just appreciate how cool Ard is when used on the water? Look at that. It's like so awesome. But you know, I just got a little bit distracted there. Now, of course, Geralt as a Witcher is a monster hunter, and he is, he's there. He's equipped with it. Pressing left or right on the D-pad will pull out either your silver sword or your steel sword. Steel sword is good for beasts like wolves and bears and also humans, and your silver sword is what you want to use against all the monsters. And it has your standard attacks in there. You have your quick attacks, like so, your light attacks, which can be upgraded as you level up and earn skill points, and obviously moving the stick in a general direction will make Geralt sort of flip between. It's not always good to lock on, but you also have these heavy attacks, and the heavy attacks are, well, they're bloody heavy, and unfortunately they do take time to pull off. So make sure that you're either doing that against a stunned opponent or one, you know, that you can get a few quick things in on. And then you'll want to just string them together with a few quick attacks and then straight onto the heavy attacks. But just be warned, a lot of monsters do attack you quickly, and they will just mess your ass up if you just continually muck about with that. And of course you also have the signs. There are 5 of them. There's Yrden, which will create a force field, Quen, which is a shield, you also have Igni, which is fire, and you also have Ard, which is like the force push that I used on the water, and you also have Axii, which is like a sort of like a Jedi mind trick, where you can use it to calm down your horse, or you can use it to stun enemies. You can also unlock to be able to control enemies and have them fight for you. And leveling it up, a specific skill called Delusion, using Axii and have it equipped, will give you loads of different options inside of conversations to be able to just Jedi mind trick people into doing what you want. Igni, as you can see, can be upgraded to create a massive flamethrower, which is pretty cool, or just a standard blast. But I mean, the flamethrower is pretty gnarly, and I do like blasting things in the face with it. And you can upgrade it to have it absolutely annihilate armor. Obviously, see the Axii just sign I can't do anything because there's no one here to use it on. But yeah, and then Ard, like I said, is the little force push, and let's just try it out on the water here again because it's so damn cool. Look at it, just wibble wobble. That's what we like. But yeah. That's just a standard rundown of what you're going to be using. Of course, you also have the crossbow. If you just press it, you'll fire off quickly. If you're locked onto someone, it'll do that. Or if you press and hold the RB button, you'll be able to then aim freely. But yeah, you can equip loads of different arrows, explosive tip, fire ones, just poison darts. You also have the bombs that you need to find all the bits to craft the recipe, but once you do, you'll be able to replenish them every time that you rest. And yeah, there's all different types. There's the grape shot. You also have like ones that act as molotovs, ones that act as poison, one that acts as like a gas that once then used with Igni, you can ignite it. There's all different types. Of course, this is the near new game, so I only have the one at the minute, but you know, just make sure that you loot absolutely every chest and check in with the vendors as well, as they'll be able to give you all the different recipes and also ingredients. You want to see herbalists to get hold of a lot of the ingredients, as you can see here. And then yeah, just keep checking to make sure that you can craft things, because you'll want to stay on top of your oils. You'll want to stay on top of your mutagens. Mutagens are what you put into to equip to your character. I'll show you in a second. And you'll be able to then buff your attack space. Whatever you have equipped, you'll be able to buff it. There's all different types of rune stones that you can equip into swords, as long as they've got a little slot for it. You can also equip ones to armor, and they will intensify different signs, or cause bleeding, or cause freezing, or burn. There is so much. Of course, you're going to really learn by just playing the game and having a fiddle about, but I just thought I'd show you. And here in the character tab is where you'll be able to equip your mutagens and the abilities that you have unlocked. You will gain ability points from leveling up. You will also gain ability points from certain points of interest from special stones that will give you an ability point and also intensify a specific sign. You can only have X amount equipped, so it's always good to make sure that you have equipped what you want. You don't get all the slots to start with. They unlock as you level up, but as you can see, I'm level 36. This is a new game plus and on death march mode because I just like pain. But yeah, it's self-explanatory really. It tells you all there what it does: vitality, the sign intensity, and the attack power. It's just something that you really do want to look at, especially if you wanted to play on a harder difficulty, because The Witcher 3, it is one of those games where you'll be like, oh, this is quite easy, and then all of a sudden you'll just get smacked about. And believe it or not, even though there's all types of different monsters out there, you want to learn to fighting against humans and a bear anyway, because bears are absolute a-holes, especially on Death March. So as you can see, you can dodge, and you can also roll. Now, like, dive rolling just takes far too long, and you just want to be able to just dodge quickly. And as you can see, just kind of avoid the front of it. It's kind of the skills are transferable to the monsters, really. They all have their different things, but you want to use Yrden to slow them down a little bit if you can. As you can see, I've got a little wispy thing flying around me. That means I've got Quen, so I've got the shield on, so if I get boshed once, the shield will absorb the damage. Axie, as you can see, I can slow it down and stun it to get in some decent hits, and just like that, let's see, this is Death March, just one hit took nearly all my life down. So you want to be very, very careful, and you want to make sure that you just, if it has claws, keep it the way of its claws. If it has a tail, watch out for that tail attack. If it has wings, watch out for the wing attack. The first big monster that you will come up against in The Witcher 3 is the Griffin. That is the first monster that you will have to kill to progress the story. But yeah, you just want to try and burn it, like so. Of course, you won't have the flamethrower Igniate to start with, but you can still set things on fire, and fire is good, poison is good, freezing them is good. Any kind of stat effects that you can use on enemies, you'll want to use. Now, of course, different enemies are weak to different things, and yeah, see, as long as you just dance around, it's not a hack and slash game. If you just go in there hacking and slashing, you'll be killed very, very quickly. But as long as you keep dodging, get in there, you make sure you make use of your signs, make sure that you're healing, pressing down on the D-pad and up on the D-pad with whatever you've got equipped. So down there at the minute, for some reason I've got raw meat, that would be up on the D-pad, and water, that would be down on the D-pad. But yeah, just keep dancing, keep slashing, and eventually you'll just whoop their ass. Now, humans, on the other hand, are a little bit different. Now, with the humans, they will more often than not rush you. Not always one at a time. They won't take turns most of the time. They'll just come straight for you, and there'll always be one that is back with a crossbow. But as you can see just there, you can parry by timing. If you use the left trigger, that will block, and if you just hold the block, you'll just block attacks. Heavy attacks will stun you if you're blocking. Again, with humans, making use of signs is also pretty cool and pretty funny. You can also like use Ard to knock them over and then just go and finish them with a one-hit kill stab through the chest. You can sometimes pull off cool animations when you're just slashing away at them. You can turn it off if you're a bit squeamish, if you don't like seeing people being chopped up like minced meat. But with the heavy guys with that axe, you want to kind of just dodge and avoid if you can. You can lock on if you want to. Sometimes I don't. Depends on how many enemies are there. But of course, because if you lock on, you can't really get a good gauge of who's around you. And just make sure that you just don't get slashed up. Because if they get a good hit on you, then you start getting knocked about like a ping pong ball, and they will just keep slapping you about. But yeah, hopefully, I know this video has been a bit longer than my other one, and I apologise about that. I just want to try and give it to you from a gamer's perspective. I know this game's been out for 5 years. I know there's loads of other YouTubers out there with videos on it, but all I can say is that I'm a massive Witcher, especially Witcher 3 fan, and I really enjoy the game. And with the Witcher Season 2 coming out this Christmas, as of this video being released, I just want, hopefully, more and more people keep playing it, because The Witcher 3 truly is a really cool game. It's got so much content, it's got so much in it. I'm going to be making all different types of videos on it, including more help videos, hopefully not as long, but I just wanted to go more in depth than I normally do with help videos. Instead of just telling you, I wanted to show you, and then kind of, because it's my gameplay you're watching. But there you go, there's a cool fancy finisher, and what better way to end the video on. But thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it helped you out. Please let me know in the comments if there's any help you'd like with anything The Witcher, or if there's anything you want to know, and hopefully I'll be able to answer your questions or make a video on it. But thank you very much for watching, and until next time.